can't say enough about him. And obviously with Manny and a player of his caliber, there's so many expectations put on him. And we've said it from the beginning that it's going to take all of us to win a championship. And he understands that. And for him to post, put together some at-bats tonight, really quality at-bats, and obviously a game-changing homer. So you look back at this series, his 2 homers essentially led us to 2 wins. So we have a lot of good players, but I can't say enough about his focus and preparedness.
Anything else for Duck?
You know, David's a guy that I've always admired, and what he's done in big moments and the way he plays the game. And so to see him on a daily basis and how he interacts with our guys and makes people around him better, he's really impacted us in a short period of time. And now when you're talking about putting him in a spot in a big moment, you just can bet on the pulse. And he's obviously come up with some big hits for us in such a short period of time. But obviously this is probably the biggest one, and we're lucky to have him.
Back to Brad on the right.
Dave, you know, all the talk last week before this series began was about how the process for you guys was different this year, having to fight and claw down the stretch. And now that part of it's behind you and you've won this series, do you feel like the team is playing its best ball of the year right now?
I do. And I said that sometime in September. I felt we were playing our best baseball collectively. And we took a hard path to get to this point, but I do think it made us stronger and kind of galvanized our team. But, you know, we celebrate tonight, and but I know that we all know that, you know, there's a lot more work to be done, and we have 8 more wins to go. And before I leave, I just want to congratulate the Braves on a tremendous season. Brian and his entire staff, the players. It was really fun to watch those guys compete this year, and for us to be here in this great city and this fan base, it brought out the best in us, and we're going to be dealing with those guys more in the future, but I just want to congratulate those guys.
Brad?
My last thing, I promise. So what is since you've got a few days now before the start of the next series, is the plan to go to Milwaukee, or do you go home for a day?
We're going to go home, and we're going to take tomorrow off and give the guys a day. We'll work out on Tuesday and Wednesday and probably fly out on Thursday and do a workout there in Milwaukee.
I mean, just winning overall is always amazing. You know, coming over from Baltimore, you know, midway through the season, new ball club, new atmosphere, new teammates, new coaching staff, new front office. I mean, it's always, you know, a bit of adjustment, but, you know, they've been nothing but amazing to us, to myself, to my family, and you know, coming here to a winning ball club who's been determined the whole way since last year, you know, to get this to this situation and further. And you know, I'm just sitting here enjoying everything, enjoying the ride, and you know, just trying to enjoy everything.
Brad?
You had the double and the big homer, but even your outs were all hit at 100 miles an hour or harder tonight. Did you feel like before the game that you were locked in tonight?
Well, I've been locked in all series. I mean, obviously the results haven't shown, but you know, you try to stick with the same approach and not try to change anything. I think you put yourself in bad situations when you try to change. And you know, today I was just able to, you know, make hard contact and you know, get you know, not miss 2 balls that were a big key to you know, to our win today.
Go down here, first row to the left.
Well, last night to tonight, were there any changes that you had in terms of routine and ultimately getting adjusted to our Atlanta humidity?
Nothing. See the ball. I mean, baseball's easy. You know, I mean, you know, you try to make it. If you make it complicated, it's going to be complicated. So, you know, I mean, Freese could say it. You know, to everyone in here as well. So, you know, you try to simplify everything. Try to keep it as simple as possible, especially in, you know, big key games like this, and you know, a good ball club on the other side as well. You just try to simplify things and not try to complicate yourself, and, you know, see the ball, hit the ball.
Second row to the left.
Manny, is that what you tell yourself after a game like last night? Baseball is easy. I know it is.
I mean, I mean, you take it out of context. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm hitting I don't know, I'm 3 for whatever. I mean, I can't even think about it, but you know, you try to make it easy. You know, not complicate yourself. Not go up there and try to overdo. I mean, just see the ball, hit the ball. You know, you have 3 hits out of 10. You're a boss. You know, you're a Hall of Famer. If you go 1 for 10, you know, it's the opposite. So you just try to, you know, don't put pressure on yourself. That's how I take it. You know, try to simplify it as much as I can. Have fun, enjoy yourself. We have a great ball club. I mean, it just doesn't get better than this.
Yeah, Manny and other teammates said that they've felt like sometimes they see in you that you're trying to do more than this team even needs you to do. I mean, you guys have 13 great hitting position players on this roster. You know, earlier this year, where you were your previous stuff, that wasn't the case. Do you feel like if you can act upon that you can be better if you don't feel like in every at bat you have to come through?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, my home run was even the biggest hit of the game today. You know, honestly, you know, Madsen, like I said before, Madsen coming in, you know, holding on the fort, keeping after my error, not allowing any runs, giving us opportunity to go into the next day, to the next inning. I mean, you know, give us opportunity for Freese, one of the most clutch hitters in the game, to come in and give us the opportunity, you know, to give us the lead. So, you know, at that point of the game, everything changes. Momentum goes on us. You know, that leads to my home run, leads to the pitcher to, you know, walk 2 guys, you know, walk a guy, get a hit, get to that situation of the game, and, you know, we get the home run. So, you know, there's a lot that leads to the, you know, to the situation of the games that people don't see, you know.
Dave, one more if I could.
Yeah.
You had, I think, 15 plate appearances against righties since you got to L.A. How do you, total in that month, 5 weeks, how do you stay fresh in that at-bat when it comes to you in this spot?
Yeah, I mean, you get your work in, your prep before, you know, the day even starts, but pinch hitting might be the toughest thing to do offensively in the game, you know, but it's mental. It's just mental preparation. I think that's key. I'm a mental guy, especially with my swing. Mechanically, you try and be set, but I feel like if I can think a certain way, I can put my body in a certain position, and that's huge. When you're feeling right, especially pinch hitting, especially against the stuff that was coming at me, man, you're in a good spot. And if you don't try and do too much, balls can squeak through.
Back to the right for Brad.
You've obviously had a lot of huge October moments in your career, but it's been a few years since you've been back here. You know, just how gratifying is it to be able to experience these moments at this stage of your career?
Yeah, it's great, man. I didn't know if I'd ever, honestly, you know, you never know if you're ever going to be in the postseason. You never know if you're ever going to get back. You know, obviously my career's winding down. I expected to be in Pitt, you know, August 31st after the game. We were here, actually. The game was over, and I'm like, man, half hour till September 1st. I think I'm sticking around. And then I, you know, get off the bus and get the phone call. The next thing you know, I'm on the plane at 5 a.m. going to L.A. to hang out with these guys. It's crazy. You never know what this game's going to give you, what opportunities arise for you. You just got to be ready. That's what I've learned over the years, whether you're in high school, college, whatever, man. Just be ready. You don't have to be the best player in the world. You don't have to make the most money, but you're going to have a shot to do something cool. I learned that early in my career, and just try and stick with it.
Anything else for the guys? Brad?
Manny, looking ahead to the next series, this is kind of a what comes around goes around thing for you. Your first series with the Dodgers was in Milwaukee, and you had your first big press conference with the Dodgers there in Milwaukee, and there was a lot of talk then that the Brewers were one of the teams that were in pursuit of you, and of course you ended up here. It's worked out well for both teams because you're meeting here at the LCS, and of course your friend Jonathan Scope is now with the Brewers. So, you know, what are you looking for in the next round?
Just enjoying everything. I mean, to this day, I just try to enjoy the moment, enjoy everything that comes at you. You know, it's going to be great. Both ball clubs have worked hard to get to the situation. You know, they're both 2 good ball clubs facing off in the championship, and you know, we're just going to go out there and play baseball, enjoy ourselves, keep doing what we've been doing all year, and you know, hopefully we come up on top. So, at the end of the day, it's always about enjoying yourself, going out there and preparing for for a great series, preparing yourself for the right way, and at the end of the day, we prepared ourselves to get here, and we're not going to stop till we get what we want.